Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I've been away, I was on vacation. Anyways, you're not interested. So, I haven't made a video about Onision in a while because the first reason why I made it is because he was messaging me on Patreon, and you can find those videos somewhere in the sidebar or something. Anyways, I didn't really want to comment on him because I feel like enough people are doing it, but he made a video that really bothered me, so I figured we could watch it together and discuss in the comments if anyone wants to. So the video I'm talking about is the Shane Dawson's weight. So this video is only 3 minutes long, and it's the second video that he's made, I think. It's the second video he's made about Shane Dawson's weight specifically. And it's gotten a little bit obsessive and creepy, so I figured we could watch it together. Okay.
I did a video a while back on whether or not Shane Dawson was getting fat. First off, a lot of you don't realize that I occasionally talk to Shane Dawson. But here's Shane in a bathtub just a few days ago. Very Mexican or Native American walls there. Cultural appropriation, much white boy. Anyway, there's Shane's man toy. By the way, Shane's man toy, you're welcome. I helped trigger Shane to be on the path to finding you. I was his first man kiss. We both know I'm an amazing kisser. Oh my god, is that how I kiss? I felt that on my hand and I was like, oh my god. If only I SD, men would love me. There we go, I caught Shane.
Okay, so I think it's genuinely weird that he's bringing up the fact that it's thanks to him that Shane Dawson met his significant other. I feel like that's just irrelevant, and apart from that, it just feels like he's trying to show that either A, he's a good person, B, he's central in Shane's life, or C, he wants to kind of take credit for something to make him, again, connect to A, look like a better person. Like, I don't understand what the point of saying that is, especially if it's true. Shane knows, and Greg knows. Like, why does he have to say that in public? I just don't understand why that's relevant. It just kind of feels passive-aggressive. Like, imagine me talking about a couple being like, oh yeah, it's thanks to me that they met. It's just kind of like, okay, so who cares? Like, they met, they liked each other, that's what matters. It's not like you're gonna get a crown for fucking letting them meet. Jesus.
Look in the mirror, you can see his body. He's kind of built like a brick house. Oh, I'm sorry, did that trigger you? I said he built like a brick house. No, like you can see he's clearly thick. But no, fat is out of the question. He's not fat. Let's go and find out how much Shane Dawson weighs.
So first of all, why does Greg think that anyone cares about his judgment of Shane Dawson's body? Like, whether he thinks it's thick or fat is completely irrelevant because it's not his body. So nobody really asked him to make this video. And aside from that, trying to find the weight of Shane Dawson, like what does that give us? Like what's the end goal here? We find his weight and what? What do we get from that? That's why I don't understand this video, because it seems creepy because it doesn't seem to have any point to it. So finding out Shane Dawson's weight doesn't really give us anything other than a number that's just, you know, speculation. I don't get it.
Here it says he weighs 79 kilograms. That translates to 174 pounds, which is a lie. We both know he's not that. And we know that because he's almost the same height as me. Check this out. How about that? Yeah, even better. How about that, huh? Yeah, alright. Okay.
Okay, so that little dancing part was really cringy. I had to close my eyes because I felt embarrassed. Can you imagine someone walking into wherever he is, the little conference room, and finding like a 30-plus-year-old man dancing around with his shirt rolled up? Why?
So what is Shane's actual weight?
Okay, Greg putting the picture of himself next to Shane, like with their weights, with their supposed weights. I feel like that's just a shitty thing to do, because even if this isn't supposed to be body shaming, it kind of is, because it's like, hey, I'm 166 and he clearly isn't 174, so what? Who the fuck cares? This is not important.
This is a male body visualizer. Here is Shane's male body. If you notice, his back kind of extends outwards to kind of connect with his arm where it probably doesn't normally. We don't really have any curvature. It just goes straight to his butt. So let's compare this. Does this look like Shane's body? Like, look at the back. Does that look close? We'll do a side by side there. Yeah, you know what? That actually seems pretty close. So let's find out what that weight is. As I recall, Shane Dawson's like 5'10", 5'11". We'll just say he's 5'11". So that means 71 inches. And the weight is 233 pounds. Now look, see for yourself, the body visualizer did it. I even did some adjustments and it still looks pretty accurate. Now I know some of you are gonna think that this video was totally cruel. Like, why would you focus on Shane Dawson's weight? My question to you is, why is pointing out someone's weight cruel when pointing out their weight is accurate?
We cannot watch an Onision video without him coming up with his usual thing of, I'm just telling the truth. And the thing is, like, there are plenty of things that are true that we don't need to worry ourselves with. Somebody else's weight, unless they're close to you and you want to talk to them privately about it, is something you don't have to worry yourself with. And even if it's accurate, it still isn't any of your damn business, A. And B, if you really were so concerned for Shane since you talked to him, why don't you just message him privately and be like, hey, I'm worried about you, whatever the fuck. Like, why do you have to make a video where you're essentially putting him on blast so a bunch of, like, it has 128,000 views right now, so everyone can see your speculations? I don't understand the point of that. Also, aside from that, I think it's pretty creepy to kind of imagine what his body is like under so you can, like, make the visualizer align. Like, is that really necessary? If you want to know his weight and you're talking, why don't you just ask him? Or are you maybe using his name for views? If you are, that's fine. Just, like, stop pretending you care.
Because in acting like it's automatically cruel, we're admitting that there's something wrong. So are you guys saying there's something wrong with Shane's weight? Mind you, being less heavy could help save your life to an extent, and being 5'11" at that weight puts you solidly in the obese category, which is just one step before extremely obese. So in me making this video, I just want to ask you guys, are we here to be blunt and honest? Or are we here to sugarcoat things and make up BS? Because as many of us recently learned, meat causes diabetes, and had we known that sooner, thousands if not millions of people would still be alive today, because they would have known to avoid meat and not so much worry about sugar as much. But instead, we were told that sugar causes diabetes. You see, guys, focusing on someone's weight when they are medically obese, that's not guaranteed to be something that's gonna kill them. What is much more likely to kill them is to either condone or neglect the fact that they're overweight. And that's almost like condoning smoking, because this is how many people die every single year of obesity, and this is how many people die every year of smoking. So Shane, I hope you figure out a good way to lose some weight. And if you need it—
So I love how I put the little emotional music in the background to make it look like he's doing something really virtuous by speculating on somebody else's weight, first of all. And second of all, I really am so sick of this kind of I care attitude when it doesn't really read like that. I don't think anyone's really falling for that, because if he and Shane, in fact, do speak, why would he make a video about this instead of talking to Shane privately? If anything, if I were Shane, I'd be pissed that he did this, because it's just kind of like, why couldn't you just come to me and talk about it? Why did you have to make a video shaming my body and saying that I'm unhealthy and, you know, just asking me to lose weight when you don't know? And I'm not saying that, you know, losing weight or gaining weight is bad depending on your situation. I'm just saying that weight is a touchy subject. This is just a fact. So if you can do it with a minimum of tact and just message someone and tell them you're concerned, that's a lot better than just saying, let's guess how much this person weighs and they're way fatter than 174 pounds and I think it's this, so let's help him. Does that read as really genuine to you? Really?
Any tips, I've been basically the same weight since I was 15. I actually recently lost like 10 pounds just by not drinking sugary drinks anymore and much more rarely going to restaurants. So I hope this video was helpful and I hope you guys aren't too okay, I wasn't even— why do we always put the logo mid-sentence? Why does that happen?
So my final thoughts on this whole thing is just that Onision is using Shane Dawson's name to get views, and I think he's trying to do something as usual of a little bit reactionary so people get pissed and make videos about him, so then Onision maybe becomes relevant again. But I think that Onision really has a problem with this fake concern, kind of like when the Manchester thing happened and he was saying, oh, but plenty of people die everywhere else, and he apparently is so concerned about them. But the reality is that he's not concerned. Everything of bad that happens he uses to make about himself in a way. And that's kind of what he did here, because this isn't about Shane, it's about Onision being on camera for 3 minutes. If it were about Shane, he would have gone to Shane. So, I mean, I think this is just like the usual BS we see from him. He's not evolving, he's staying the same narcissist who just wants to hear himself talk. Thanks for watching, and if you feel like it, please let me know your opinions on this video and even Onision generally, and yeah, thanks for watching.